Hi, I'm Deb, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Bites with Deb. Today we have a slow wake up to our morning. So for those days when maybe you didn't sleep great, maybe you have a few aches and pains, you really don't feel like moving, but you know you should move. So we're just going to slowly move. I've laid out my blanket to make it a little bit more comfy. I'm not using any props today, but you might want to use a block or something to support you, or a rolled up towel, a blanket. You might even want to have a strap close by, although I don't think you'll need that today. So I hope you'll join me in child's pose. Come into child's pose with your toes together and your knees as wide apart as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to sink back towards the heels. If this isn't comfortable for your knees, maybe they don't want to bend that much, roll up a blanket or a towel and place it behind the knees to make it more comfortable. So we're going to sink back. The wider we are, the more release for our hips. You could stack your fists one on top of the other. You could bring a block to rest your forehead on, or maybe your forehead rests on the mat. And we're just taking some deep breaths here. Expand through the whole body and exhale, just surrender. Observe how you feel. Nice long breaths. Two more. And then we're just going to gently lift your head up slightly. Walk your hands over to the left side, maybe crossing your right hand on top of the left, and then lean over to the right side of your mat. Breathe into the right side body. Slowly walk on over to the other side, to the right side. Left hand on top of the right, perhaps. Lean your hips a bit more to the left. Bow your head down as you breathe. Walk yourself slowly back through center. And then we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. So a little bit of a twist. Rest the side of your head down to the mat, or maybe on top of your hand here. It's just a little twist for the upper spine. Breathe here. Soften the body as much as you can. Notice the feeling through the upper spine. Slowly unthread. Let's go to the other side. Thread the left arm underneath the right and rest your head on the mat, or maybe cradle it into your, rest your head on your hand. And then we're going to untwist. You might walk your knees in a little bit closer. We're going to curl the toes under and open the soles of the feet. So this can be very intense. This might wake you up right away. So you can stay down on your forearms, or maybe come up onto your hands. And you're just trying to place some weight towards the heels to open up the soles of the feet. You may also choose to walk your hands up a little higher, hands onto the thighs. You might get even higher than me, getting your shoulders right over top of your your hips, but that's not available to me. You might also choose to grab a block and maybe place it and sit on the block. That might take a little pressure away too. And just breathe. One final breath. And then we're going to place our hands onto the mat, coming onto hands and knees, our bellies gently in. Lift the toes off the mat and just wind the ankles around. And then go the other way. And then maybe tap the tops of the feet. Awesome. From here, we're going to lean back towards child's pose. We're going to take that left hand and bring it down with us. As we inhale, we're going to come up onto the knees and just circle that left arm around. Exhale as we come back, and inhale as we circle around. And let's just reverse the circle. Take the arm up and around as we come down, and then bring it forward. Drag it along the mat. So just reversing that circular motion for the arm. Excellent. Switching sides now. Right hand slides all the way down the mat. Circle it around on the inhale as you come up. Exhale, come back down. Warm up the shoulders. Let's reverse the motion with the arm. Take the arm up and around as we come back and slide it forward. Excellent. Bringing yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Shifting your hips from side to side, bellies in, maybe looking over the shoulders or waking up the sides of the waist. Moving through some cat-cows, exhaling, tuck the head, the tailbone under. Inhale, lift the head, the tailbone up. Exhale, we really draw the belly in, and inhale, we allow the belly to soften. So move the spine, just notice how it feels. And if you want more movement, little barrel rolls, just we're waking up our body, so whatever feels good. I heard a little pop, a little crack in my hips there, just getting everything moving, going in the other direction. It doesn't have to look any particular way. And then we're going to come and have a seat. And we're going to extend our legs nice and wide. So sitting up nice and tall, wiggle around, make sure you're not being pulled backwards. You want to tilt that pelvis forward. So you might need to sit on the edge of a towel or something. Flexing the feet, hands, fingertips behind you, or maybe even the thumbs dig into the crease of your hips to lengthen the spine. And we might just tilt forward and tuck our chin in, and this might be good enough, feet flexed, or we might bring our hands out in front of us. And some of you might be able to lower your forearms down. Some of you might get blocks, stack them up. You can rest your arms onto the blocks or rest your head onto the blocks, whatever works. If you're flexible enough, you might stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, or you might come all the way down. Go slow. This is your morning practice, so you might not be quite as open just yet. So move slowly into the practice. Find your breath. Inhale. And then exhale. See if you can surrender. So notice where you're feeling sensation, perhaps through the backs of the legs, through the inner thighs even. And you might feel it through your spine as well. You might feel it in other places, so don't worry if you feel it differently than I do. And then we're going to slowly walk ourselves up. You're going to help your knees up Keeping the feet and knees nice and wide. Take your hands behind you. These little windshield wiper 90-90 movements. Great. Waking up the hips. And then I'm going to drop my knees over to the right. So I have that ankle to knee, knee to hip, 90-degree angle, and the same hip, knee, knee, ankle, 90-degree. And I'm going to turn to face the right leg. And maybe just place my fingertips right over top of my knee. And I could be upright and tuck the chin in. We're looking for sensation in that outer hip on the right side. Maybe you need to walk your hands a little closer to the shin. Maybe you'll feel it, or maybe you need to come a little lower. And again, you can use any props that would be helpful, keeping in mind it's your morning practice and it's just a slow morning today. So even if we can release a little tension in our hips, lengthening out the breath. Slowly make your way up, lean back, lift the knees up, drop them to the other side. And again, make sure you've got the 90-degree angle first. And then you decide, do you want to be hands in front of the knees or the shins or the forearms come down? You might lay yourself out. You might bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Just see what your body needs on this side. And then focus on the breath. Opening up the hip, outer hip buttock area on that left side. And then we want to slowly bring ourselves up, bring those knees up, sitting in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. I'm going to sit on my rolled up towel in Sukhasana, but you could sit any way you like. Just a nice simple twist here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale as we twist to the right, belly's drawn in. Right hand's behind you, left hand somewhere on your right leg. Root down, lengthen up. See if you can twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist the other way. Root down, lengthen up. Twist a little deeper. And then bring yourself back to center. Tuck your chin to your chest and swing the chin over to one shoulder and then down to the other shoulder. Nice half circles. Loosen up the neck. Bring the head back up. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Maybe inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, sigh and drop them down. 2 more. Release. Squeeze them up and release. Perhaps close your eyes. Settle. Notice how your body feels. And that's our yoga bite for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this slow wake up for your morning. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day.